Welcome back, folks. I'm Kenjamin, and today we are discussing the 5 things I wish I knew before starting Guardian raids. So, the very first thing that you need to know is you should uncheck your harvesting if you do not plan to harvest a soul. So let's say you have an item level of 340, but you also have to fight Urnil. Now, the thing is, if you don't want to harvest against Urnil, then when you click enter, you have to make sure that you uncheck the harvest guardian soul. And that's because if you do harvest and you go in and you beat a boss or a guardian, then you will have to make sure that you claim the soul since it is harvested. If you choose to not claim the soul after it is harvested, then you just lose the soul. So unfortunately, it will count as one of your guardian souls earned, but you won't get the loot if you choose not to claim it. So make sure you uncheck harvest guardian soul if you do not want to harvest that particular soul. And if you want to harvest the highest soul that you can get, then you can go ahead and check harvest guardian soul. So the second thing that you should know about Guardian Raids is that even if you don't harvest a Guardian Soul, your first clear of that Guardian will earn you a chest. So say that I haven't fought any of these Guardians, but I'm only able to fight Lumerus and Urnil. Urnil is the first Guardian you can fight, and then Lumerus is the second. So if I'm able to fight Lumerus, and I've already claimed the souls. Let's say I've already earned those 2 Guardian Souls twice for Lumerus, and I have not earned it for Urnil. I can still go in, fight Urnil, even though I can no longer harvest the soul, and I will get a chest for beating that Guardian for the very first time. And this chest will earn you materials like Guardian Stone Fragments, like here, or Destruction Stone Fragments and Guardian Stone Fragments. And then you'll also get another chest for accessories that fit within that tier. So it's very beneficial that you go and fight every single boss at least once. And you have to go and fight every boss at least once because the requirement for the next level raids will say that you have to fight Urnil, Lumerus, Icy Legoros, and Virtus anyways. So if you don't fight all of them at least once and completely beat them, then you won't be able to move on to the next level raid anyways. The third thing that you should know is that if you're close to the next Guardian requirement, then you should not fight the previous Guardian. So say that I qualify for Lumerus, but then I'm very close to getting to Icy Legoros. Let's say I'm like at 376, 377, and I only need to upgrade 2 or 3 more equipment to get to this item level, 380, because I'm 376, 377. So what you should do is you should go to your Chaos Dungeon, and you should do whatever is the highest Chaos Dungeon that you can do. Run it once or twice, making sure that you still have your Aura of Resonance. And if you don't have your Aura of Resonance, then you can go and exchange for materials and using Perception Shards, of course. And then once you exchange those, you can go ahead and upgrade. And so that way you can go and fight Icy Legoros, because remember we were at 376, but we can upgrade to 380. So you should always do your Guardian raids after you've done your Chaos Dungeons, because Chaos Dungeons will give you more materials to upgrade your equipment, and then Guardian raids should be what you prioritize after your Chaos Dungeons, since Chaos Dungeons will earn you more materials to hone your gear. I'm sorry, I've been saying upgrade. The correct term is hone. The fourth thing you should know about Guardian raids is the rest bonus. So I know this definition right here is just a little confusing. It doesn't explain it completely, but basically, if you fill up this bar right here, this counts as a rest bonus. And so if you have 2 unearned souls, like you have not beaten 2 guardians and you have not earned their souls for the day, then the following day, those 2 unearned souls will turn into a rest bonus and it will completely fill this bar right here. And so 1 soul will fill it halfway and 2 souls will fill it completely. So the most you can have is 100. So I think half is 10, a full bar is 20, and 30, 40, so on and so forth. Now, keep in mind, you can only claim a rest bonus if the entire bar is full, if you have 20. So let's say that today I did 1 Guardian raid, but I forgot to do 1, or I ran out of time because of the reset. Then the other Guardian Soul that I haven't earned will turn into half a rest bonus. And even though I have half a rest bonus, I can't claim the entire bar unless I have it fully completed. So I'll have to, unfortunately, skip another Guardian Soul so that I can fill the entire bar. Now, why do you want to fill this rest bonus if you have half a bar already? It's because if you go into a raid and you are able to harvest a Guardian Soul, then the first soul that you harvest, you will actually earn 2 souls for the price of 1. So your first Guardian Soul will consume a rest bonus that is completely filled. And that way, you'll be able to get 2 souls for the price of 1. And you'll still be able to use your second Guardian Soul. So that way, you'll earn 3 Guardian Souls instead of just 2. Now, should you save your Guardian Souls to fill up a rest bonus? Maybe only if you have alt characters, but on your main character, you need to make sure that you are running your Guardian raids and not saving up your rest bonus, because you are, unfortunately, losing out on materials. You're losing efficiency. Now, the last thing that you should know about Guardian raids is that you should enter on your own in a fight that you are unsure about. So let's say you're fighting Virtus for the very first time and you're kind of lazy and you don't want to watch a guide. Or let's say you've already watched a guide, but you want to put your knowledge into action. So what you can do is click enter and uncheck Harvest Guardian Soul, and you can go in all by yourself and just test out what it's like to fight against a Guardian all by yourself. That way you can see how well you can dodge a Guardian's attacks, when you can start evading its moves, just so you can familiarize yourself with a Guardian's move sets. I recommend you do that for Guardians that you are completely unsure about. Typically, the first 3 Guardians are very easy to beat, and then the last one has more mechanics, especially wipe mechanics that will take out your entire party. And that basically goes for every single raid level. There are going to be wipe mechanics, or mechanics that are just going to be a little more risky if you don't know what you're doing. So I highly recommend that if you are facing a Guardian for the first time, go in on your own. And then you can go and you can either matchmake or find party. Also, this isn't really something that you need to know, but this is kind of something that's a little off topic, but still pertaining to Guardian raids. If you were to matchmake, you would actually find a match a lot quicker than if you were to do find party. Depending on what region or server you're in, of course. And also depending on the time of day that you're also matchmaking or trying to find a party. Of course, matchmaking, you're going to be with completely random people, and find party, you're going to come across people who are going to be a little more picky about who they want on their team. Of course, you do what's best for you. You can matchmake. If you're confident, you can find party. If you're willing to wait a little longer and do a full team build. But whatever the case is, just do what works for you. If you feel like soloing a guardian instead of playing with the team, that's also entirely up to you. Just make sure that you exercise caution and that you play safely. But those are just some things that you need to know about guardian raids if you have not started your guardian raids yet. Of course, there are some other things that you should also know to optimize your gameplay in a guardian raid, but of course, all of these things just come from experience and just playing guardian raids over time. And of course, these are things that I've learned over time, so I want to share my experiences with you. Forgive me if the video was long, but I just want to make sure that I can convey as much information as possible while also being thorough and making sure that I explain these things. If the video was too long, or you think that a lot of this information could have been omitted or whatever, or if you just have some sort of opinion, of course, I'm always open to critiques, but let me know if this information was useful to you, if it was or was not, or if there's any other information that you think will be useful for other viewers, then make sure you leave a comment. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video.